Hello, I'm recording another video on August 15, 2026. This is again on predictions of the future. This is about it just occurred to me I should write about possibility of some major events occurring soon. And this is because what I do is I look at the Bible's book of Revelation, and I also look at like New Age ideas like astrology and UFOs and that type of thing. And what this is adding up to me is, I try to make predictions on the future, is that a major time of chaos to the world could be approaching in September, and that this will last for 3.5 years until I think in April, possibly April 21, 2030, when there could be a major landing of UFOs and aliens. Aliens could actually take over the earth and in a UFO invasion, and this would actually be the return of Christ as prophesied in the book of Revelation. But the Christ who returns in the book of Revelation is not as a peacemaker. He is a warrior Christ who is here to take over the world and reorganize it in a new form of some kind of world government and peace on earth. So it's definitely different from the first coming of Christ. So what this comes down to is, I look a lot at the book of Revelation, King James Version, and there's some passages in it, such as that talk about the return of Christ and coming with clouds. I think the clouds could be UFOs, and it indicates the actual taking over of the earth, invasion of the earth. And we are hearing more about UFOs lately, more UFO information and sightings. They appear to be around more. There's other things in the book of Revelation that talks about, before this return of Christ, a 3.5 year period of chaos involving earthquakes, volcanoes, disease plagues, wars, all kinds of chaos, tsunami, tidal waves, stuff like that. Now, what it seems to indicate is that if Christ died in 30 AD, if you add 2,000 years to that, you get 2030. So where I get this date of return of Christ is, look up Easter in 2030, and I get April 21, 2030 Sunday. So could that be the date of return of Christ? Because it will then be 2,000 years. As I said, coming with as lead alien of a alien invasion and fleet of UFOs who are taking over Earth and reorganizing Earth into a new world order dictated by Christ and the aliens helping him. That's what could happen then. So now in chapter 11 of the book of Revelation, it talks about the two witnesses who appear to be some kind of religious figures or preachers or something, that they talk to the world and give their prophecies and predictions, whatever. These two what apparently seem to be major religious figures. What religion? I don't know. I'm not sure who they are, but they preached for 3.5 years of before the coming of Christ, and about what is to come. And they should be appearing soon then. Look, if you go 3.5 years before April 21, 2030, you get September 9, 2026. So this chaos, period of world chaos, earthquakes, volcanoes, tidal waves, wars, all kinds of wars, whatever, political chaos, will that start then September 9, 2026 and continue 3.5 years until April 21, 2030. Also note in the book of Revelation it talks about the 144,000 chosen ones who appear to assist the Christ in building a new world order once the Christ and the aliens take over. Supposedly these 144,000 are just earth people, but they will somehow pave the way and assist the returned Christ. So these would be some of the characters we should be seeing. The 144,000 chosen ones, the 2 witnesses who will speak to the world, and this world chaos could be starting. I give a date here of September 9, 2026, approximately around then. If you see an uptick in all kinds of world chaos and volcanoes and tidal waves and earthquakes and disease plagues and wars, all kinds of things like that, that will continue for 3.5 years. So watch out for that then. Look, you can see much more on this in detail on my website, revelation13.net. But it just occurred to me I should talk about this. This may be hitting soon in September this year, September 2026. Means chaos 3.5 years, but a good outcome. It sounds like when the Christ returns, he is one who leads a UFO fleet of UFOs, which are got all-powerful weapons and can take over the earth with no problem. And there is no defense against this UFO Air Force coming with the return to Christ. So you can see more on my website on this, and I should be doing more updates on this. Watch for more. Thank you.